Hey, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people. It certainly is a wonderful Saturday afternoon. And listen to me, beautiful people. I'm smiling and I'm surprised that I am in a sense. Let me get into it quickly. I began listening to the Prime Minister's budgetary speech or presentation, watching it last evening. But for those who know me, me and sleep are the best of friends. Sleep and me are the best of friends. You work hard, you sleep hard. So the sleep decided, yes, it would have taken control and be the watchman for me. And notwithstanding, I was like 1.5 hours in before I fell asleep. And then I got up again this morning, Saturday morning, and listened to the rest of the 5 hour long budgetary speech that even during parts of it, the Prime Minister had to skip his pages, to say that, it's quite a bit of things that we're going to do. But I guess he wanted to touch on the more pressing ones. I'm not going to say salient because all are important, but the more pressing ones for now. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness, listen me, you probably may be shocked, but I know I'm not. But I would give you out of 10, with 10 being the highest, I'm going to give you maybe 15 or 16 out of 10. And the only reason why I wouldn't give you 20 out of 10, and I'm going to tell you why in a short moment. And I'm giving you the 15 out of 10 because your speech was great. It was excellent. At one point, I said, it seems as if the spirit of Dr. Nigel Clark befell you, because when he gives his speech, there is no other orator like him. I mean, that man is a brilliant orator. When he opens his mouth, you cannot say that you are bored. You can't say that you won't listen with the theatrics and the drama and everything. I mean, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And your speech, not just in terms of performance, was brilliant, but in terms of the contents of your speech, it was very good. I probably would not say over the moon, in the sense of the content. I'm going to tell you why right now. And that is because I really, and for those who watch a number of my posts, know that I'm big on the entire public sector, being compensated comprehensively. I'm very much big on that. I don't know if because I know that not just me, but I'm included. We are hard workers. I may not be a part of what you may call the essential workers, the essential services such as, medicine or teaching or, being a part of the security. And when I say security, I'm talking the police officers and so on. But the nature of my job contributes to the essentials of the country. And when I work, I go above and beyond. Listen to me, beautiful people. So, I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I'm just spewing facts. You know what I mean? I'm no fluke. And so I was listening for that. But be that as it may, maybe that was a part of the skipping pages, that something grandiose will happen for us, similar to what happened for the those who are earning minimum wage. You talked about when you took it over in 2016, you took it from the PNP who had it at 6,200 maybe for a little while, and then it moved, I think, in the next election to, was it 9,000, and then 13,000 somewhere along the line, then 15, now it is $16,000. And a lot of people, in its entirety, it may not be a grandiose amount of people, but you see, if you talk to business people, let me tell you, it is a stretch for them. It is a stretch for them. We look on, as the outsiders to say, Lord, a bunky money that, but it is a stretch for them. Because remember, he said this 1,000 that he has put on, he said it's a 40-hour work week. Now, we do know that you're going to have people working overtime. So that's a different money. So it leaves the room open and wide for them to earn more and also to lift yourself up. You don't have to be staying at the minimum wages level, but congratulations. And I have to, talk on the punchline of the Prime Minister. And this caption entitled, "You are not the father." PM chides Golding as he defends government's fiscal management. So Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness ripped into opposition leader Mark Golding, calling him a man of convenience. I remember I was listening. Holness accused Golding, the president of the People's National Party, PNP, of flip-flopping between prudence and popularity when it suits him. Sometimes it does come across that way. 1 minute he disowns a child of fiscal discipline, and then the next minute he claims a child of fiscal discipline. The Prime Minister said during his contributions to the 2005 to 2025 and 2026 budget debate in Parliament on Thursday. During his criticisms of the PNP president, Holness invoked a phrase made popular by the Maury Show. I haven't seen Maury, a popular American TV show formerly hosted by Maury Povich. I'm sure he must be retired by this. Holness said Golding's perceived flip-flopping on fiscal discipline reminds him what Jamaicans regretfully calls worthless father. Them cause the mother, son, this is the Prime Minister speaking now, them cause the mother so much pain and then abandons the child. But when the child grows up to be successful out of the blue, they turn up to claim paternity and associate with success, he said. The mother remains the pain of FinSAC at high interest rate policy, the largest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. And she knows she cannot trust this worthless man, so the DNA test was done. And we seem to have the former finance minister spin and turn back again. Holness said to laughter and wild applause by government members. Boy, Warmington was on farm yesterday, on that day, particular day. He made me laugh for the first time, to be honest. The results are in. When it comes to 15-year-old fiscal discipline, PNP, you are not the father. And I'm actually trying to demonstrate how the PM had acted. Yes, you name call, but it is another Golding that is the father. And everybody know he added an obvious reference to former Prime Minister Bruce Golding, who was great at that. He was a fantastic Prime Minister. I'm telling you, people, like him or not, whether you're JLP or PNP, he was. Simple. I'm sorry that his tenure was cut short, where he could not have gotten that opportunity to unleash his Prime Ministership, as they would call it. This part, I'm going to chide Mark Golding. Mark Golding, one of the fundamental characteristics of a leader is tenacity. The ability to take punches and stand as strong and firm as you're able to. If you're able to do that, then you're able to take on the baton of leadership. A leader has to be fearless. A leader has to be fierce. A leader has to be strident. A leader has to be focused. A leader has to know how to take punches and to stand alone. Twice I've seen you walked out on the Prime Minister during his budgetary speech or some speech. And when he was talking about that, making the reference of the worthless father or the jacket, you being the jacket. And gimmicks is a part of politics. Everyone plays it. So this is not synonymous to him. You had your head in your phone the entire time. That's disrespectful. That you make Warmington, of all people, have to be telling you, get out of your phone. Come out of your phone. Let me tell you a quick story. I remember I was a part of a meeting where I know I was being attacked. Let me put it that way. And I did similar to you. I down in the phone, get into my feelings. And somebody came, after the meeting was finished, spoke to me and chided me and said, don't wear your feelings like that, especially in public. At meetings, you're professional. And let me tell you, never again did I do that. Was I attacked? Yes, I was. Was I? And I just hold my head high. You should have held your head high. You said you want to lead this country, and you failed in demonstrating that during the Prime Minister's budgetary presentation and speech. And then you got up, I don't know where you went. When they talked about the minimum wage, that was very rude. It was unbecoming. I was beyond disappointed. Guys, you know what to do? Read TikTok and YouTube. subscribe. Give me one of those lions, please, and thank